Your bride comes a fall. Did anyone hear you call as you drove your Volvo into a canal? Oh, this is it. I love you, but I've nowhere else to go. I'm a depressio. I'm a depressio.
It's ready. It's something I thought about today.
Oh, you can actually walk with that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can walk with this.
Go on,
I'm
then,
not. I'm not bound by these rules of sofa, which you're bound by, where you're trapped behind your.
I like
sort
my
of
hands to be free.
frame.
I've come to this epiphany.
Is that so you can scratch yourself and sniff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing like scratching your bollocks, is there?
And then the whiff of your own bio.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Don't forget your thing, but I just want to sedate them.
if we start with the scratch and sniff of your own biome.
I think scratching your bolly sometimes is better than coming. It's 2 minutes. I've mentioned the word coming.
if you eliminate the itch.
Do you not like?
Yeah, sometimes though the itch just comes. Do you not think the itch just gets worse and worse and worse, and then you have to apply Sudocrem all over your testicles?
Have you ever applied Sudocrem on your testicles?
Many times, yeah.
No, I let it go raw, man.
Oh, good God, no.
Raw
Good
and
God,
wriggly.
no, sure not. Surely not.
I wonder why no females want to come on this podcast.
I just don't know what they're going to talk about, and I think they feel intimidated.
We're trying to get, right, if you're listening to this and you are female, I promise I will not talk about scratching bollocks. Unless you want to talk about scratching your vagin.
Yeah, if you want to talk about that, that's fine.
Because my missus would be all about telling her.
Does she want to come on the podcast?
She will, but then she's so... Again,
Does
why
she have-
won't even my missus come on the podcast?
If
If you're a lady, you listen to this because, mate, it's none of our demographic, right?
my missus won't come on because she hates what we do and doesn't find it funny.
She doesn't
and
hate what we do.
She does. She genuinely does. I think oftentimes she thinks maybe this podcast should just end, and then my day-to-day life would be less fraught with, are you going to get cancelled, or arrested, or...
Yeah, but you'll be sad because you won't have a creative outlet.
I would be sad, exactly. That's the important thing.
What's this thing you wanted to ask me off the rip anyway?
Big melon. Conspiracy?
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
think there's two types of people in this world. I think there's people that buy a full melon, cut it, and then I think there's people that buy packet melon for the convenience of the cut.
I don't do any because I'm not a fruit guy, but
Not a melon man.
I'm not a fruit man.
I think I've started looking at things differently recently because I've got the dad perspective, which is where you're like, oh, how much is the value? What's the best value for the thing? And you could buy a full melon for £1.90.
How long have you got to eat said melon?
I don't know how long melon's good for. I mean, a few days, I suppose. But then also, sometimes you buy the fresh melon in the packet, in the plastic packet. Interesting that fruit comes still stuffed in these plastic boxes when fruit is like the most natural thing that doesn't need any packaging.
Well, isn't it all biodegradable now?
Plastic?
You can get like. Well, I remember when I was working on my boring job, there was working on eco-friendly plastic that's biodegradable.
I think there's still like
There's
faffing.
still-
I think big supermarket like Mr. Tesco, I think he's still like, yeah, what's the cheapest?
Fuck
Like,
it.
get it in that one, landfill. I don't care, I'll be dead in 20 years.
You know his name is Mr. Terry Leahy. I'll never forget that name. I think he's like the creator of Big Tesco, or one of the.
Terry Lee.
Terry Leahy. I told you, I think I told the story on the podcast where I shook his hand and asked him how much money he had in his pocket right there and then. And my
How much
manager,
did he have?
he laughed and walked away.
I'd never tell you that.
And my manager was like, please don't show me. Terry's coming. Terry Leahy. It was really weird because we all had to stand at the end of our aisles, all regimented.
Is he
as
Chinese?
came. No, he's not Chinese. Terry Leahy. But we all had to stand at the end of our representative aisles. I was on the produce aisle at the time. And yeah, it's just really weird and military.
That's why I'm asking you about Big Tesco. Did he go round and like touch the produce and stuff?
Yeah, and everybody was panicking, and I remember just being like, I really couldn't care. So my manager was like, "Don't," because he knew it was like,
Don't
fucking say it. And I had it in my head. I was
Hey,
like,
tell Tezza.
I did say Terry. I said, hello, Terry. Nice to meet you. And I shook his hand. And I said, how much money do you have in your pocket right now? And he giggled. And went, then they went, and just, when just like an English thing, he goes, or just like, he said nothing and walked away.
I'd have loved it if he turned around and like fucking full Wolf of Wall Street and just took a big wad out of his pocket. Whilst everyone's like stood in uniform at the end of the hour, just threw all the money in the air, like, yeah, get your fucking bonus, you cunts.
Yeah. I mean, me and Terry could have had a good night if he just...
I reckon you're the kind of person that would accidentally get promoted to like the cabinet because I like the cut of his jib.
For sure.
He asked me how much money I had in my pocket.
I'd stand out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Did you
I
ask
would.
him that you dare ask him the question?
Well, I don't know why not. I mean, people seem like, is this an authoritative figure? I'm just more fascinated. Like, oh, you're Mr. Man who started this.
Car are you driven
That's
in?
crazy, isn't it?
Car are you driving?
He got driven
Terry
in
Tesco.
I think it was, it wasn't a Mercedes. It wasn't a Maybach. It was American, and he got chauffeured there.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Well, it's Mr. Leahy, mate.
Leahy.
I have to Google that because I'm pretty sure it's Terry Leahy. One of the producer.
Flying solo again this week.
But fucking Melon, man. I don't know.
Well, I'm just interested in like, is there a conspiracy about Big Melon? When
you get a fruit, what are you going for? Like, what's your favourite fruit?
I think that the standard of fruit is dropping. Because I think even if you buy fruit in the supermarket now,
I'm a veg man.
It doesn't last though, does it?
I'm a grape boy.
Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that veg doesn't last as well though? You buy carrots and they're like dying with the withering within like 2 days.
Leanne freaked me out, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, with a new fear of potato was in the cupboard in the dark, and it sprouted like out.
Oh yeah,
not just like a little bit, like its tendrils went all up the side.
Tendrils.
That's how I saw it. Its fucking tendrils went all out, and it went up the back. She goes, "Have you seen this?" And it's coming out. We bought like fresh veg from like a market, and it was in a bag, like in a a cardboard bag type thing. Bag.
Carry on.
It was in a cardboard bag, and its tendrils are coming out and up the back of like the cupboard, and I went, "Fuck off."
It's coming for you.
And I went, that's fucking... And Leanne was like, what are you going on about?
You think it's going to come get you in your sleep or something?
And I was just like, fuck off. And she grabbed the bag, and I started like backing out the room. She started laughing, going, this terrifies you. I get that thing away from me. And she ran after me upstairs, and I freaked out. And I didn't know I had that fear.
That's how they grow into trees.
No, with its fucking tendrils, and it slowly wraps around you.
Yeah, it grows into the potato trees.
It's so weird to me that if you were just asleep in your bed and you had a potato next to you, and you died, that potato would like grab you, wouldn't it? And then you become part of the soil and you decompose, and that's the part of life. But it's fucking terrifying.
The potato takes you.
Yeah, you ever seen Last of Us?
No.
Like the cordyceps mushrooms.
I haven't, Carl.
That's
I know the
Walking Dead.
Oh, is that a different one?
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
You've offended me there. Sorry.
It's all just the same.
Yeah,
it's all just the same telly show.
You're right.
It's just what dystopian future TV.
The Last of Us is about a
cordyceps
mushroom that takes over your brain, and you turn into, I think they're called clickers, and it's fucking horrible. That's what I think the potato's going to do to me, like growing me and like, how like, come on, you've seen Pirates of the Caribbean where he's part of the ship. What's his name? Fucking old
throat bollockhead.
No, it's
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones is part of the ship. That's why I fucking hate that. All the barnacles and stuff.
You think you're going to become a potato with like little things hanging off your face?
Oh, it just freaks me out. Does it not freak you out?
Not really.
You pick that up?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I was like, fuck that. It was just long, man. The little were like nubbins or whatever, but it's just how it's coming out the bag.
You don't trust the way it moves, like a crab. I mean, as humans, we are sort of predispositioned to be afraid of things that are unnatural to us.
Well, I'm just getting my head around that yeast thing. Like, yeast is a biome, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alive, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah?
No.
That's what's all around your balls, the yeast.
Oh, is it?
It all comes back to your testicles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It always comes back to your testicles.
Anyway, women, if you're listening, please come on. Hot topics that we like to talk about are yeast infections and potatoes.
We have got a couple of exciting announcements. Not that I just want to make this a fucking advert break, but we are going to be doing 2 live shows over summer. So first one's going to be part of Crosswires Festival in July, the 6th of July. We're going to be at Lear's Yard for 5 hours during the afternoon, hosting 3 other podcasts, and we'll be talking to people around that. There's going to be all sorts of celeb special guests dropping in. You just don't know who they're going to be. And yeah, we'll be there from sort of 11 till 4. And then following that, the start of August, we are going to Kendal Calling Festival. We're going to be doing an hour's live podcast on the Soapbox stage on Friday. So who knows what's going to happen there. We've got 10 minutes to set up. Do you reckon we can do it?
We've got 10. Is that serious?
Yeah, 10 minutes to
I could do
get
that.
in,
I
get
like
set
that.
up. Yeah.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
I could do that. I'll have to practice, though.
I reckon it'd be quite easy with the laptop, right?
Yes, it's
Get
just
in, get set
produce. I think you could have it all plugged in before,
Yeah.
like kind of plugged in, then you just take it all and then main it.
Yeah, there we go.
Then you're in.
Yeah, that's really tickled your little tech brain, hasn't it? 10 minutes.
I like that.
It's like an episode of 24 for you, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Got to set up all this tech in 10 minutes.
Episode of 24?
Yeah, you know, they've got like 24 hours, haven't they, to defuse the
I don't
bomb.
watch that shit, Telly.
Yeah, it's just all the same, isn't it? It's Walking Dead, it's The Last of Us, it's 24, it's, you know.
Can I just say, this Apple Watch you gave me, the Series 6, is fantastic, mate.
Getting your notifications
Look at
through.
that, though. The spin thing ain't working.
Well, give it a good clean.
Might
It might
it's
have
fine. Mate, it's fine, though, because you can use it completely without it. You don't
think
need
of all the
that.
activities that I've done whilst wearing that watch.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've been hiking,
Yep.
cycling.
What else?
Cycled to Liverpool wearing that one.
Yep.
Done some running.
Yep. Running, cycling.
Yeah, running, cycling.
Driving.
Driving, loads of driving.
Lots of driving.
Lots of driving. All the activities. Think of all the activities
What
that
about
I've
fishing?
done. Yeah, fishing.
Boxing?
Do you know what? I've never boxed. Never.
No, I've seen you box, mate.
Even in the presence of Callum the One Johnson, I didn't box. I wasn't lured in.
He said I was a natural.
He did say you were a natural. Yeah.
Of course I am. Look at me.
But he's looking for an opponent. Call him out.
No.
Call him out.
No.
Call him out.
No.
Call him out. Dare you?
Callum Johnson, you, me.
There's a running joke for years. Haven't we? That we got you to call out various people
Yes.
and do like sort of.
There's also a picture of me in a club where you shave my chest.
The Basher.
The Basher.
We used that was your boxer's name, wasn't it? The Basher.
Yes.
David the Basher Vaughan. And we shaved a St. George's cross on your chest hair.
Yeah.
And then we'd also shaved your head, just like the sides. And your girlfriend at the time came up to me in that club and she looked at me with genuine despair in her eyes and went, "Jim, what the fuck have you done to him?" And I was like, What do you
the
mean? He
Basher?
looks shit hot.
He looks shit hot.
I think they were my words. He was like, "He looks shit hot." And we've given you like a weird fade. And yeah, you did look like a boxer. And the thing also, when she turned up, you were battered. And you were just on the dance floor with your chest out, and it had a St. George's flag.
I remember it's at at Ben's house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of vaguely remember this, and I was always the one out. Go on, Dave, you do that.
Yeah, you
And I
got.
was like, yeah, you got to, haven't you? And I'm like, yeah, I have to. And then it's just like,
I think the problem was that a lot of us were boring and timid, and you were more kind of like, oh fuck it, why not?
me and John Kemp for sure.
Yeah.
I think we
made some
kind
stuff
of outward.
happen, didn't you? Made some stuff
Yeah.
happen a bit, but it was like, you know, that night would have probably been not very memorable had it not been for you doing that. But now we always talk about it.
I never felt like public embarrassment, really.
Yeah.
Like it's not really been a. I don't know.
How
I've never
long?
have.
How long did you have a St. George's flag in your chest hair for?
I don't know, man. But when it grow back, like my skin's terrible. Because remember that time you vetoed my back?
I don't know. I don't think I was I involved in that.
So I think Ben and Joe definitely was.
Was it your idea to veet you back though? It wasn't like we went, oh, there's some veet here, let's do you back.
There was because I've got a hairy back. There was an obsession with me constantly. I bought a device. This device, like, it was a shaver, but came in like two halves, and you like kind of
like a back epilator kind of
and
thing.
you shaved. It's such a weird shit device. Well, that didn't work.
Surely you could have just put you could have just sellotaped a shaver to like a long stick and just sort of,
yeah.
that's more.
But that didn't really work because it's like hard to get, like hard to reach places. So like,
if you've ever tried to shave your back, you know how hard it is. It is a hard thing to do. Women, please come on this podcast for God's sake.
And I remember the boy saying, "Just Veet it," like, and I was like, "What's that?" And it's like chemicals to like,
it burns your hair off. Yeah,
and I didn't. I left it on for too long, and my skin just came out in just a rash and
hives.
Yeah, my skin's terrible anyway.
Did you go in a scalding hot shower to wash it all off as well?
Yes,
yeah. That's probably not gonna help.
I didn't know.
How long did you leave it on for?
Oh, quite a while. I remember it stood around and
how long you? Right, I'm googling it quickly. How long you?
And Joe was like, I think you got to get it off, mate, because you've been. And I was like, fucking, it's starting to burn actually.
It's hurting. Oh,
have you veted your bollies before?
No, I've never veted anything.
So weird. Like, how weird is it that you can just put a chemical that just burns your fucking? That can't be good.
Veet hair removal cream should generally be left on for 3 to 6 minutes for normal and dry.
No, I definitely had
normal
20 minutes,
and dry skin, or 5 to 10 minutes for sensitive skin.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
So 20 minutes.
I'm pretty sure you had it on for like at least an hour.
I thought it was like 20, but
well, we're not just. I feel like we were sat there. You were shirtless, naked, covered in cream, and women, please come on this podcast. And we, just making music and stuff in your bedroom whilst you were sat lathered in Veet, and then. Or your skin started just sizzling and sort of sounding like a barbecue.
Yeah.
What's that noise?
It's fucking horrible.
You just slowly dissolving next to us.
My skin's terrible anyway.
Hey, Veet, do you want to sponsor us? That'd be sick, actually.
I'm not using your products ever again.
Have you put them through your Yuka app, Veet?
No, I bet it. Should we have a look?
Yeah, have a little look in Yuka. See what Veet's saying.
I'm paying for Yuka, might as well. Aren't I?
Well, yeah. I saw a good.
You can have.
I saw a good Gen Z car sticker today.
Right.
It said, "Bestie, please let me merge."
That's actually kind of cool.
Like that.
I like that.
Isn't Gen Z language like the cutest language?
Veet's all poor, man. Veet spray hair removal bad. Yeah, high risk.
High risk of
potential allergen.
Oh, high risk of allergens.
Endocrine disruptor and a pollutant. Fucking hell.
And all this,
it's not good.
All this stuff is just like able to be sold to you, isn't it? I find it quite mad that there's loads of foods and stuff that it's just like, oh yeah, it's fine, it's safe to sort of sell that.
Sugar, I think, should be regulated more than it is.
Well, I don't know if you know about this, but like some supermarkets have implemented like a new layout where like all the sugar and the crisps and the pop and stuff is like right at the back. So then you come in, it's like fruit first, then your breads and your cakes, to be fair. So you do get a little bit of a sweet hit early on. But then like all the sugary shit's like further away. And I do notice it does change my shopping habits.
Not for me.
You just straight down the end.
No, I'll find it.
I'll find like a bloodhound.
Yeah.
Sniffing out.
I have an addiction to it, man. Like, so it's like fucking.
Where is it?
We spoke about this on the podcast. It's like, how it's so silly that weed's just still illegal. And it has like, or you can literally go to the NHS, say you got a bad back now, and you just get weed literally sent to you in the post.
Yeah.
And it's just like, do you know what has no medicinal purposes whatsoever?
Wait, hold on.
Alcohol.
The NHS aren't bonking people up on
I'm pretty sure, mate. You can.
They're not. No way. Oh, I've got a bit of a bad back actually. Here's a bifter or two. The NHS. I don't think so. No way.
Oh, we're speaking about it on Utopia.
Surely it's like, I don't know. Surely it's worse conditions than a bad back.
Maybe but they're giving it. They're like, it's a lot easier now.
Well, I think
for medicinal purposes, and it's just like alcohol's still like legal. You're like,
my top one, if I Google, by the way, it says NHS prescribing Mounjaro.
Jesus, we're on.
I'm not doing it. I'm losing it naturally because
on the natty.
I don't trust it.
I've already signed up.
I'm on the. You're on Mounjaro?
Nah.
Are you?
Nah. I'm not paying 130
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know. Some fucking ever since we had
right. Are the NHS whilst medical cannabis is available in the NHS, it's prescribed in very specific circumstances and by specialist doctors, not a common treatment, and is usually considered when other conventional treatments have been non-effective. The NHS will consider prescribing cannabis for
I think it's easier than that now.
severe epilepsy, chemotherapy-induced nausea, and vomiting and muscle spasticity.
I swear
Very careful.
I swear that might be a little bit old news.
If you've got multiple sclerosis, if you're undergoing chemotherapy, and if you've got severe epilepsy, you can get absolutely bonked up on marijuanas on the NHS.
I think it's even easier than that now. I really do.
If you've got a poorly knee or a sore arsehole,
I think it's easier than that. I think that's not. I don't know. It might not be updated. I'm pretty sure it's easier to get hold of, but
yeah.
But it's just crazy to me that alcohol is legal.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been one of those things, I suppose, hasn't it? It's just.
It's got to be a case of now.
It's grandfathered in, as you say about South Park. It
is grandfathered
alcohol's grandfathered in. Our forefathers, their forefathers, and their foremothers.
Plus, it's got to be. I bet it's just a fuck about, innit? And I bet it's like on the bat list of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think the government and everybody kind of.
I mean, try taking whiskey away from a Scotsman. Try telling.
Well, yeah.
Try telling that guy from Wales, what's his name, Sandro Ford. What are you drinking today? Do you see him on social media?
No.
Down the hatch, lovely. Down the hatch, lovely. He's just fucking tanning like 29, 30 pints in a day, looking very severely ill, by the way. I think there's going to be a point where I'm like, he's going to win.
Well, we've known alcohol kill
our
friends.
Oh, yeah. It's literally killed Rihanna.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. And now what I'm on about the weed thing is like, I bet it's just at the back of the list, and it's like, we'll get round to it, but
I mean,
we've got fucking World War III coming up.
Iran's just done a big bomb, and you want weed, yeah, but we're just dealing with Iran at the minute. I feel like.
Do you know what I did see?
It's like when I talk to my kids
with the stuff that's going on in Iran. I saw obviously you get the TikToks and stuff.
Yeah,
I saw a guy, and it was kind of fucking shit-hearty. It was a guy playing violin or something. While the bombs were just raining down, and he was like in Iran, and it's just some geezer just playing violin, and everybody's just like stood there as like fucking hell,
like he's going down on the Titanic or something.
It was wild to see. It's
gentlemen,
dark
it's been a pleasure playing with you this evening.
Ripping out this violin, and all these fucking missiles are raining down. I was just like,
isn't that
that is an image?
Isn't
like,
that
what?
mad that his first thought is, oh, do you know what? There's missiles raining down on me here. Get the phone out quick. We'll just do a quick little TikTok.
There was so many of them with the phone out as well.
What, just put everyone filming and playing the violin, or
they were close to it. There was
people
obviously on the outskirts, and they just see it from afar, and it was just like, a part of me was like, yeah, what else?
Oh, so they're at a safe distance then, basically, right?
But it was like,
yeah.
Have you look out your window, you just see it raining down. Like, what are you doing?
Have you seen the videos of the guy I mean, this actually made me laugh a little bit, which you shouldn't really laugh at it, but what else can you do? There's a guy on holiday in Ayia Napa in Cyprus, very close to.
Cyprus is. See, I'm terrible at. This is why I said to you earlier, I need to get a map up and just see what's happening.
Like Greece, Turkey and Iran, Turkey and Iraq and Iran, very close to each other. Turkey, obviously, a very popular holiday destination for loads of Brits. Cyprus, Ayia Napa, Greece, all sort of in that locality. Where am
I looking here then?
Well, Google where Cyprus is. Just put it in Google Maps. So just put Cyprus.
Okay, so geezer in Cyprus.
There's a guy in Cyprus in Ayia Napa, which is like I guess like where all the garage heads used to go on holiday. Ayia Napa, Ayia Napa, Ayia Napa. So the garage music blasting out everywhere as Iran railed down missiles to Israel. So there's a guy who's put the Jet 2 holiday music over a TikTok
darling,
of him. Yeah, just being like,
nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, and right now you could get £50 per person
if you fancy a holiday to Iran or Israel. It was basically that, but he's filming from
Cyprus, man.
He's filming from Ayia Napa as the missiles are launched from Iran and like going over to basically land on Israel. You could just see these missiles in the sky, and he's put the Jet 2 music over it.
Jesus Christ.
But this is the problem, isn't it? Because like you said that outside before we started, you were like, World War II wasn't sort of declared as World War II until after the fact. after it had happened. Like, oh, that
we
was.
could
By
be
the way,
well
that was,
into it.
I mean, I think everyone knew that we were at war. It just wasn't the branding wasn't there. It wasn't like
No, it's
WW2.
afterwards.
Yeah.
So World War II. This
Yeah.
will be. I think there'll be the start of World War III, whether we get involved or not.
Yeah. Well, so we could already be in World War 3.
To be fair, we don't know. We've probably got troops fucking.
World War
sorted.
3 is just mental, isn't it? 'Cause it's just me people like doing a fucking
There's Iran.
trend dance or something, like whilst bombs sort of hail down on them.
So so Iran again?
About to
forgive
die,
me.
might as well go viral.
Forgive me, Iran and.
Iran bombed Israel.
So where's Israel here?
Dave's just looking at Google Maps, guys. It's geography.
Mate, I'm terrible at geography.
This is now a geography podcast where Dave looks at Google Maps and finds countries.
Where's
on
Israel,
the map.
dude? There's Iran.
Right.
I wonder how far these missiles are going.
Israel
I'll just bomb them. Yeah.
is there below it. Can you see?
Oh.
There you go.
Fucking hell, man.
There you go.
Christ. Just
So-
wants people to stop dying, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's my thoughts.
but then also if
Let's not kill each
if
other, eh?
everyone stays alive, we're going to suffer with overpopulation, aren't we?
No, because the population's going down. More and more people having less babies.
Is that because of China?
I don't know.
Because they're famously not allowed to have that many babies, aren't they?
I don't know. It's just I think more people are just.
Have they started a trend? Have less kids? I mean, kids are fucking expensive, to be fair.
Well, you should.
Kids
know.
are fucking expensive, to be fair. Do you know how much it costs to take a child swimming? £8.50.
That's fucking jokes.
£8.50.
That's jokes.
For an hour and a half, right? I took my kids swimming yesterday, and we went to this pool that we haven't been to before because everyone's like, oh, it's got this shit hot kids pool. So I was like, right, great, get him in there. He screams his head off because he sees this pool and it terrifies him because it's got like sharks' heads and like fucking objects that are dripping water into the pool, which is meant to be like, wow, that's amazing. But for him, he was like, oh my God, I'm going to die. So I managed to get him changed and then convince him to walk out into the pool. And I was like, look, there's a slide. It's just getting him excited to go in the water. Don't worry about that shark's head. That's not going to eat you. It's fine. I know we talk about sharks eating you and that, but don't worry, that one's not going to eat you. Do you want to go down that slide? And he was like, yeah. About to walk into the pool, and they're like, oh, by the way, we're closing the kids' pool now. You have to go in the big pool. So I have to take him round to the other fucking pool, get him in the big pool. Do you know how long it takes to convince a 2-year-old that it's okay to go in a big body of water? A long time. £8.50 I paid for that privilege. Thank you very much.
And did he do it?
Oh, he did, yeah. By the end, after about 45 minutes of like gently coaxing him into the water, he's like jumping off the side again, like loving it. So it is worth it. But big swimming pool, mate, are bending you over at the minute. I tell you something, man.
I can't do the chlorine. Chlorine that fucks you up.
It does hurt your eyes, to be fair. But like he was sticking his face in the water. He wasn't fucked. He didn't care. He was loving it. He was having a good time. So
I liked swimming as a kid, to be fair.
that's it. I mean, I think I love swimming, but I feel like they're like, yeah, but everyone loves swimming. We can just charge whatever we want.
Kind of a niche market as well.
£8.50 for an hour and a half. Fuck off.
Mate, water parks are fucking sick, aren't they?
Do you reckon a water park could work in the UK though? Cold, innit?
What's the one that I remember going to one in the UK? I can't remember which one it
No,
was.
there's not a water park in the UK. Surely, is
Mate,
there?
for sure. Me
Indoors?
and the lads went, and it was indoors, and there was this big
Oh, an
fucking...
indoor water park.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's at Centre Parks. Maybe.
I mean, actually,
then
to
you
be
got the
fair,
rapids that go into one pool, then another pool, and then another pool. That was fucking fun.
To be fair, Centre Parks is indoors, so that does, I guess, count as a water park. I thought you were talking about like the outdoor water parks like you have in America.
There are outdoor water parks there. There's one, not near Lincoln, but like an hour's drive away.
No, there's. Is there really?
Yeah, Sharpie
No
on the Utopia pod
fucking
wants to.
way.
He loves it. He's all,
Outdoor water park? No fucking way.
I'll ask Sharpie. He'll tell me.
I'm
away.
looking it up now.
Sharpie was fucking.
That's the third time
hard for it, man.
That's the third time you've mentioned Utopia Pub, by the way. Love those boys.
I am part of the crew now.
Fluming great fun. Splashdown water park at Key West.
I think it is Key West.
Devon's beautiful bay.
Mate, it's Poggers.
Devon. I mean,
it's Poggers.
I mean, of all the places in the UK to have an outdoor water park, I suppose Devon is the one. But that's fucking miles away. That's at the bottom end of the country.
What's that?
Oh, here we go. Dave's going to get the map up again now.
No, I'm not getting the map up. Look at him as well, like doing his DJing. He's just bought some fucking £1,000 decks. He spent like over £1,000.
Wow.
He's loving it. He's doing. I tell you what, I've got a mixing question for you.
Right, go on. Hit me up.
What is the hardest?
That was such a good burp.
What is the hardest genre of music, do you think, to mix?
I'd
Like, let's not do pop songs and all that. Just give me like a
funk and soul, but like 60s funk and soul.
just straight out the gate. You knew that.
I think
Why is that?
Because it's played by, because it's rhythmic. It often has instrumental intros, so you can actually mix it. But then I think also because it's played by human beings, like that they were keeping their own rhythm. Like the band are in time, but it's not like electronic music is all, generally speaking, like strictly to the beat. Especially people
quantized, isn't it?
Especially people that make the more popular end of like dance music. It's like it's quantized to within an inch of its life. It's simple because once you lock it in, the beat grid doesn't move.
I think house is the easiest thing in the world to make.
It is, and it's sometimes the most boring. But anyway, by the by,
that's interesting. Where'd you find it, boy? I think I agree with you, but carry on.
Because I think I prefer mixing cross genre because I find it more of a challenge. Like anything that's got like a live element to it, like the Clash Rock the Casbah, for example, is 4 to the floor, 128 BPM, but because it's played live, it's not perfect. And there are people that do versions of songs like that where they quantize it and then it is to the beat. But you want your song to have a bit of swing to it and a bit of like a natural feel. So when you're mixing a song like that in to like a standard dance song,
Thorpe on the Hill, by the way,
you have to keep kind of nudging it along. Thorpe on the Hill.
That's what he said. But yes, so the reason why I asked is because when I was showing Sharpie, he's getting into mixing and stuff, I went around there, set up his gear and stuff, and he's doing like liquid drum and bass.
Yeah.
And drum and bass I thought was quite easy, but then it's weird, especially with the stuff he had. He had like long intros, didn't really have like a you know,
liquid drum and bass is loads of just fucking pads and stuff.
Pads, that man. Like, and I was like, and I sat there because he's like, I really want to mix this, and I had a go, and I was like, fuck, this is hard.
Yeah.
And then until you get it, you're like, okay.
And with liquid drum and bass as well, that sort of comes in like all the drums are faded in, like
if anybody's
filtered in.
There's anyone who's listening to this because Sharp is like, I'm getting into mixing, but I just don't get it. Like, I don't get how do you just get it in time? And I'm like, it's like riding a bike. It's really weird.
I've seen him do it. He's posted some mixes recently.
He's getting there, but
Instagram.
it's like he still has to. Well, I think he might be way better now, but he's just saying to me, and I felt exactly when I watched you mix back in the day, and you had your vinyls and you used to set them up at your dad's. I remember having that same frustration of like, I'm never gonna fucking get this. I'm never like until one day you go, oh. Yeah. And then you can just not. It's weird. It's like you
there are times when some of it makes more sense than others, I suppose. And like I still have to this day some songs I'm like, oh, I've never been able to mix this one, and then I'll have like the light bulb moment where I'm like, oh, I mix it like that from this point, and then that works, kind of thing. There's workarounds for loads of songs as well. You can like sort of cheat, and you can get like DJ intro versions of stuff. And like extended edits of stuff.
This
like,
is where I'd probably go into that area.
Yeah, I mean, for anybody that's interested in this DJ chat, I'd suggest that you look at the different versions of mixes available of the song, because you often have like what's known as a radio edit, which is like the shortest cut of the song with like the most amount of juicy meat on it. So none of the fills and trims and breaks and pauses in the song. And then you have like the extended version, which often has like a kind of club intro. What people have started doing now as well is having like a club mix of a track, especially if a track's not very like club designed, because there's loads of songs, especially at the minute with this current generation of people, that are just dead sad and they're not really club designed. So there's people that are taking those sad songs, putting a donk on them and basically making them a bit more club fit.
I'm getting back into DJing, and I got my little controller out and stuff, and I was having a mix. I'm really enjoying it at the minute, and I've got like I'm starting to like hunt for music on Beatport, and I'm starting to like really dive into like weird. For me, it's all electronic, and it's all, you know, more of the hype side. You know me.
Yeah,
it's more like also like stuff that's very kind of all over the world. Like I really like Skrillex's style because he kind of has beats from around the world, and it all sounds like kind of tribal almost as well.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love anything with like old influences as well, like probably a sample of something from like an old fucking like soul track, but it like you're bringing it into like the future. But my
I think sampling's definitely like changed.
like
over-
Bauer's
over the
Instagram
years.
is fucking mint.
Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen or heard of Bauer, he did that tune about 15 years ago
You'll know
now.
which one it is.
Harlem, do the Harlem Shake. That was his sort of big breakout tune. There was a few others as well, but recently he's basically kind of started doing a DJ's version of the app Who Sampled. Do you know the app Who Sampled?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's an app. There's an app you can use called Who Sampled, and it basically tells you if an original song has ever been sampled, and it will tell you every song that it's ever been sampled in, and who it's been sampled by, and then what that's gone on to sort of then influence. And essentially, what you learn is that there's not really that much music that's been made in the last 30 years that wasn't originally based on off a sample of like an old funk song or something like that, or a melody from something in the 70s. Or
I think part of the fun for me, because I am gonna at some point pick up music again. I think the fun part's gonna be for me is trying to find something that nobody's used.
Or there's a strange one that I've heard recently where I was like, this song has been sampled so many times, but there's like different parts of the song that have created like entirely different songs. So like the start of it, for example, it's like the drum beat or something from.
Well, Prodigy was good at doing that.
Prodigy's great. Yeah. He's Liam's great at sampling. But there's this track, for example, like the start of it, where I think it was the drums to Groove Jet. And if this ain't love, why does it feel so good? But then later on in the track, it's like there's a fucking synth line, which is kind of a bridge, and it sounds completely different. And I'm like, oh shit, that's like this other house tune. It's like Fred Falk and Alan Brax, I think it's called, Intro, which is like a huge sort of. And then the song switches, and it's just a completely different song. So I'm like, you can get more than one kind of big dance hit or big sampled thing out of a song that somebody's already sampled, if that makes sense. Sorry, this is something I just feel very passionate about. So
no, what's like one of your favorite like mashups or mixes to do? Where you think that song goes into that song, and you do it, you're like, oh, that's fucking fire.
There's loads that I do that I suppose are like my that were and probably still are my signature mixes. There's some from different generations of me DJing, really. So I suppose one of my earliest triples. I'll tell you one of my earliest triples because that's quite a good one
What's
to do.
a triple? You mix 3 tracks.
Yeah, so I suppose it'd be like if I was DJing early days and I was like, oh, I need to sort of get the party going a little bit. I'll play these 3 tracks, and this has tended to work on most dance floors that I DJ to. So I start with, let's say, Aretha Franklin, Respect. Prince, Kiss. I'd mix that into Apache by Sugar Hill Gang, and I'd mix into Apache by Sugar Hill Gang, Aretha Franklin's Respect. And those 3 were like my triple that I'd do that I'd like get everyone moving. And because they just all work together really well for some reason. And then probably more recently, I've got a couple of mixes that I do more recently with Doja Cat, Woman, and then I mix into that Shaka Khan, I'm Every Woman, which those 2 are in the same key. And when you've got like the disco, what's going on?
Oh my god, that's my. Keep talking.
What's going on here?
It's my Discord still on there.
Oh my god. That was so creepy, man.
Fuck! I was logged into Discord on my Mac.
That was
we heard voices.
That was so creepy.
Fucking hell! I thought someone's going. Hello.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell! You're right.
Yeah, I'm okay. So yeah, most recently I've got so Shaka Khan, like the strings on I'm Every Woman going do, whilst Doja Cat's singing "Woman, let me be your woman." That works really well.
Yeah, I could hear that. Yeah.
The thing is that when I play these sort of mixes sometimes to audiences, I'm like, do they get what I'm doing? Because I'm like, the song's called "I'm Every Woman," and the song before it's
Don't
called.
you get it?
The song before it's called "Woman." So I'm like, this is quite a simple link for people to make, but even still,
I think people get it. They just
sometimes people don't get it, and they don't understand why it's mixed or whatever. But and then the most recent one that I've done that I've had like great success with for the Gen Z audiences has been Dizzy Rascal Bassline Junkie, which is by far the worst song Dizzy Rascal's ever made, but they love it. And you can take the vocals out of Charlie XCX, Von Dutch, and put Dizzy Rascal big, dirty, stinking bass over that, and they love that. They go feral for that one.
With Serato, do you use Serato or Garage?
I use a program. I use a program called Serato for mixing when I use my laptop, and that recently has introduced this function called stems.
Yes.
What I will
I've been
say,
playing around with stems.
what I will say is my friend Karen, who does listen to this podcast, so big up Karen. He has taught me that actually that was originally a virtual DJ thing. They were the first ones. They were the first ones to bring this in. So it's sort of like an AI technology that you can remove basically elements of a track. So you can take away the vocals and make a track a full instrumental. You can take away the string lines or the synth lines. You can take away the bass lines and you can take away the drums, or you could take away like all of it and then bring it back in like one by one. It has sort of changed the game a bit in terms of like clean mixing, because sometimes a vocal would muddy a mix and you're just like, I just need to get that vocal out of there. So it's opened up like a lot of doors when it comes to DJing with that, but also it's opened us up to what's known as a bit of a blendemic at the minute, because everybody is so sick of original songs, because basically there's like a finite number of universally observed hits for each generation. Those have been exhausted because nobody's really making that many hits anymore, and that's why if anybody ever makes like a good, credible pop song, it's jumped upon and then smothered to death really quickly, because people are so desperate for like a good song.
Plus, I feel like it burns out quicker as well.
Yeah, 100%. It's because
Comes
like
and goes.
it's because
Because we live in the generation of TikTok.
Because we're in the famine generation, really, musically. I think we're starved of good music, and
I would say I agree.
Original
music.
Music has never been so good, but then also like we've never been so divided in terms of like, because everybody has this individual unique taste, and we're not really kind of influenced by tastemakers, and there's no gatekeepers anymore. Some really shit music gets through and gets really popular, and some really good music, like when that comes along, everyone's like, oh, give me it.
Do you know what though? This transcends music.
Yes.
Games.
Okay.
Because
so games as well are like that.
Games are so saturated, man, and to be fair, I think I prefer it that way, because one, it gives me a job because I'm doing so many game trailers.
Yeah.
Indie developers now, to make your own game, you can do it on your own. It's hard.
Yeah.
Or you could do it with a small team.
Mm-hmm.
And games like that, where it's becoming saturated, and so many games. Like me and the boys say it all the time. It's like we sit there and go, "There's just too much to play. There's too much.
Yeah, it's so much to play that you play nothing at all."
Yes,
yeah.
Half the time. I
find that with telly though, man. Like I don't know how you pick a series, because I'm like, there's 800 streaming services.
What do you know? What there is this thing about starting, which is like anxiousness. It's like weirdly, right, and I can't explain this way, but maybe it's an ADHD thing. Sometimes it's overwhelming to even like. There's a game called Expedition 33 which I want to play.
Yeah,
and I know I love it, but to boot it up,
yeah,
I'm just like, I don't know if I can.
Oh,
but when I
don't know if I can,
because I know I'm going to be locked in.
Can I do it?
But once I boot it up and I get back into the store, I'm like, oh yeah, and then I lose 3 hours of my life, and it's the same with Dune Awakening.
Just 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean that's a decent session, and then it's like, it's just starting. The same with series. You just need to start. Yeah. There is this anxiousness about starting.
I think people also like people that have anxiety. Tend to watch the same stuff over and over again because it's comforting, and they know that they've already watched it and nothing different's going to happen. And it's almost like
that's the opposite for me, man.
It's like a comfort loop. Like
I'm like, I hate watching things again. That gives me anxiety. Where I'm like, I've already seen this. Like, I need something
It's
fresh.
to be
and
new all the time.
This is where anime comes in, and I've got a fucking Crunchyroll account now. Crunchyroll is like for any anime.
Mate, how many? I'd love to go through your accounts and just see how many like monthly subscriptions you got going.
Oh, I've stripped it down a lot now because of Stremio.
Sponsor of the podcast, future Stremio.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Don't need to know about it.
Why?
Just Stremio. Just a night. It's a great program.
Okay. Well, it just goes through all your subscriptions or your bank account and that.
Well,
Stop buying lattes at the co-op, Dave.
no, Stremio is like a platform where you stream things
Okay. Oh, right. Okay.
legally, completely legally.
Right. Yeah. It sounds.
You can choose like Netflix or like because it's Stremio is just all in one place.
Right.
Where it's like this is streaming on Netflix, Disney Plus, and you're like, oh, thanks, Stremio. Or there's this other link,
Right.
and you're like, oh,
Okay.
allegedly. I'm not saying. So
Okay.
these big corporations, you start wanting fucking because they're doing that games now. That's creeping in. I think it was the head of I can't remember what fucking big company it was. Said, yeah, we think we're going to take away like you buying a game and it's going to be a monthly subscription. And we're like,
To everything.
don't fucking start that.
Every game is a monthly subscription.
I mean, Nintendo now.
Mate, how fucking miserable is life?
People
Life's
need
gonna
to
be
stop
so
buying
miserable.
the fucking Switch 2, by the way. Stop it. Stop it.
What's happened? Whoa. Nintendo.
Nintendo are fuckers for it.
Japan.
Well, they're fuckers for it.
Why? What have they done?
Well, the Switch
I thought
2,
I thought Nintendo
You
were
buy-
I thought Nintendo were the good guys, man.
they make great games.
Right.
They're incredible.
Right.
But
Right.
you buy Switch 2,
Yeah.
don't own it, boss.
What?
No, it's not yours.
What do you mean?
They can revoke that Switch 2 whenever they want. It's in the contract.
What, big Nintendo are coming around your house?
Yeah.
Give me your Switch 2 back, please.
If they see it has to be connected to the internet, and if they see you're doing anything nefarious with it, it'll get like shut it down remotely.
What do you mean? What do you mean nefarious though? Because that sounds like
Jailbreak,
right. Okay.
and then you get games for free, and then you
Yeah,
backload
so
it.
if Nintendo see that you're stealing from them, basically, then they go, do you know what? That Switch is ours.
You're not allowed to
again
mod
now."
it at all. It's you don't even own it. It's in the clause. Like you don't own. You are essentially leasing it off them.
I'm going to buy a Switch 2.
Do it.
When do they come and take it back?
I think they don't need to. They disable it remotely. They just it's shut down.
What?
Got a bricked fucking.
They brick it up.
Yeah, they brick it up. Yeah.
They fucking brick you up.
But going back to that chat, it's like, yeah, games are the same, but I would rather
That's
have
crazy, that isn't it?
Nintendo are crazy, man. They shut down like Pal World, everything like anything that's their IP. They will come for you.
They
got the
shut
big
down
bad-
Pal World. Is it gone?
It hasn't.
Oh.
Pal World managed to fight it and had to change some things, but there's this like you
But
don't
now
want
it's-
big Nintendo coming after you.
Now it's lost its charm.
Well, too many games. This is the thing. There's like so many good games out there that I can think of that just don't have the player base because there's too much. It's too saturated.
Yeah.
But I would rather that. I'd rather have a feast
yeah.
mentality. Like we can all.
Yeah.
If your game's good, people
Yeah.
are going to buy
If
it.
a few good games get through. But the thing is, I think
Mate, there's some solo devs though that put out games. Like there's this game called where you buy, you grow weed and you grow like all the. And so, one person made it. I can't remember the game what it's called, but he made so much money.
I think one of the things that we're missing here is tastemakers. I want people that aren't influencers. I want people that are tastemakers. So I want people
Say
that
that. What do you mean?
I want people that aren't paid by people to say something's good.
To be fair, you
I-
get a
I
lot of that.
don't-
IGN is a cunt for that.
I'm so fed up of people that have a big following that go, "Oh, I've been playing this game and it's fucking
Yeah,
fantastic."
yeah.
They don't like
that-
it.
does
They've
that.
just been paid bag by the fucking company.
On Twitch streams, man, it's like hashtag ad, and they're
But
just
it's
playing
just,
the game.
Just don't. Like, I want to go back to basics and have like a genuine tastemaker who's like, in fact, would you be this guy? I want you to be the tastemaker guy.
Me?
Yeah. I want you to be like, hey guys, my name's Vorney. I love games. And in this stream and in any future streams, I ain't playing any game
To be fair-
that's sold to me by a company. I'm going
To
to
be
play
fair,
games
people
that
do
I've been
that.
recommended and that I actually like, and then I'm going to rank them, rate them properly. And,
People do that.
And so there's Instagrams of gamers that are like, I won't, none of this is an advert.
There are-
These are only
Yeah.
goated games played by a gamer, and I like these type
There's
of
a
games.
streamer
This is
called
the certain
Co
person I am.
Carnage, I believe, that doesn't accept bags.
Yeah.
He's openly said, "I'm never going to just like I'm going to tell you my opinion on a game."
I have so much
Um,
respect for that, though.
Yeah, chain does. Chain's a
Yeah.
big one. I'm with you. I don't like it, but I also don't blame the person that's getting the bag.
Because we're in this mad world, right, where people build up a following, which is great. We're literally doing it with this podcast slowly over time, getting people to the listen and stuff, which is great. But I'm like, I'm never going to tell you guys that I like something when I don't like it.
I will. No, we've had this discussion. No, to be fair,
for adverts and stuff, I'm like, if it's an advert, it's an advert. You guys can see through that bullshit. But I'm not like ever going to do a video. I want this on record, by the way. I'm not ever going to do a video by someone that's like if it's a game that you hate, would you be comfortable doing a video and being like, hey guys, it's David here, dead behind the eyes. I'm playing.
I don't think I could.
I'm playing Dog Shit Silo 3 today, and I truly love it.
I don't think I could.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I could. No,
adverts for stuff is fine.
We've had this discussion about adverts. I think we should have this discussion because we're having an advert, aren't we? At some point.
Yeah, we've got our first advert by basically, but it's just essentially I'm just sick of the whole world being like people telling me what to put on my skin that are being paid to tell me what to put on my skin. What do you actually put on your skin? How much of this is the truth? And like. People are telling me to like what to wear, and like there's people that are genuine like fashion influencers and stuff like that, and people that are just genuinely cool that are like, this is what I wore today. But I'm like, half of it's fucking styled by ASOS or Topman or fucking whatever, and they've got an agenda to sell as much of the cheapest product that they can get for the most amount of money. So, just can everything just be a bit more authentic?
Just to go on
across the board,
we've discussed this with ads. I don't when we get approached by a big ad company, I've said to you, I have to like it. I think, it's like if Manscaped, I'll do Manscaped.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me some razors.
Nestle, absolutely not. You like Kit Kats, don't you?
I like the problem is I like it, but aren't Nestle just?
Yeah, they're poisoning the water. So,
but how far do you go with this?
I think it depends. I think it depends how much bag they're offering,
so
and also like what you have to say.
Manscaped? What if Manscaped? What is the level here?
But the thing is, I think if it's an advert read and it's like, hey guys, this is an advert read because this helps pay for the podcast.
What if the CEO of Manscaped spat on a
child?
Not a child,
a horse? Because
I feel like you're out when it's a child.
A horse?
I'm trying to find that middle ground for you.
A policeman
another
on a horse?
man.
You spat on another man?
We're doing a research. Manscaped come to us. He spat on another man's cock. Are you out? Are you
No.
Okay. He spits on a child.
Did the other man enjoy it?
He spits
spat on another man's cock against his will. Oh, that's no good, is it? That's not very good. But I guess also, like, what is he cancelled for that? Like, is everyone boycotting Manscaped? Is this the new Brewdog? We make amazing beer, but our CEO is a bit of a bastard.
What did Brewdog do?
Do you know what? I'd have so much more respect for them if that was their next advert. Our former CEO was a bit of a bastard, but I tell you what we do. We make really good beer.
And that's what it's about.
We sell it to you at £6 a pint. Buy it or don't. Don't give a fuck.
Your choice.
Maybe, in fact,
free world.
Brewdog, I've solved it for you. There's your next advert. Hi, we're Brewdog. Our former CEO was a bit of a cunt. We still make exceptionally good beer. We will sell it to you at upwards of £6 a pint in our varying locations across the world. Come and hold my hand as I give you this delicious cold brew. Thank you very much for listening.
I stayed silent because that needs to be clear. We need to put some plinky plonky music behind that. What did he do? I don't know.
Do you know what?
Do we not know? Does anybody know?
There's so if I Google it, I will know, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it's that. But there's been so many things where it's like, oh, this CEO's been a shitbag. He sexually assaulted someone in the office. He called a girl fat and said she had a fat ass, and he'd like to come a hot load all over her fat ass. Women, please come on this podcast. Like,
oh my god,
do you know what I mean? It's just there's so many of them, and I've read so many things that they all just merge into one, and I'm like, I know that whatever he said or did was bad, you're not supposed to drink
Do you know
Brewdog
what?
anymore. But if I'm given a can of Brewdog, I don't really care, and I just drink it. Because do you think that the CEO of Heineken is squeaky clean? Do you think the CEO of Budweiser isn't jelking himself with a choke chain while somebody spanks him?
Should we
and
just say
calls
this
his
about
wife?
ads? We will just test the air as they come along.
Yes, yeah.
But the book stops with me at gambling. Genuinely, I don't want to do any gambling.
You're not
I don't want to
promoting-
promote.
You're not promoting gambling.
Nah, I'm not about that.
Is it not kind of is gaming not gambling to an extent? I guess not really,
No.
because you're not.
You're not putting in money
Yeah.
and
Well, you are putting in money, and then you're paying for expansion
Look,
packs.
the idea of it's about you getting something, aren't you? Loot boxes, like
Right.
when they do loot crates in games, that is gambling, and they've had to put regulations around that. But
What's a loot crate? Sorry, I have no idea.
God, like-
Is that like in Crash Bandicoot when you smash into a box and you get
Jesus.
like and it like spins around and you might get a rocket, but you might get like some grapes?
I mean,
thinking of
yeah.
Mario, am I thinking of Mario Kart? No, Crash Team Racing. What am I thinking
Crash
of?
Team Racing, underrated, good rating game,
Yeah, was
racing game. Sorry.
Was that their response to Mario Kart? PlayStation?
Yes, I believe
Yeah,
so. I think
okay.
the success of Mario Kart and then that, and it actually is not bad. I remember playing that in sixth form and
Yeah.
thinking, fucking hell, this went under the radar. But anyway,
Sorry.
loot crates, oh God, I bet people are screaming right now. Gamers.
What
Yeah,
kind of
like,
games? What kind
right.
of games are these in?
Right, so it's
loot
like
crates?
it's mostly cosmetic stuff which doesn't affect the game because people do not like it when. So you get a free game. The model, the best model is the Fortnite model, which is
Right.
like free game.
So Fortnite's completely free.
Completely
but,
free.
But within Fortnite, you pay for like little extra things. Like you
Like
pay
loot.
for.
I don't think even loot boxes are a thing in Fortnite, but you pay specifically for skins.
Can you
But
get
in
them?
some games, let's take Counter Strike for example. You know Counter Strike?
Yeah, no, Counter Strike CS. Yeah.
You buy crates, and they have like a 0.001% chance to drop a knife.
Oh, so you
So
could.
so you could buy loads of crates.
Oh.
But the crates also have like you have a 50% chance to get this, but the skins are rare. Then you can sell those things. I recently sold all of my skins in Counter Strike because I didn't care about Counter Strike anymore.
Yeah.
In Steam for about 300 quid.
Fucking hell, man.
But this is Steam Wallet.
But how much have you spent on? Them
Oh,
over
that
the
stays.
years?
You can't withdraw that. That goes in Steam, which is the platform you download.
How
games.
much have you spent to accumulate those skins before the 300 quid sell? Like more than 300 quid?
Yeah. That's how it works. That's the
Okay.
model.
All right.
But over the years, I cumulatively, bought so many. Like, you just buy every now and again. You're like, "Fuck it, boys." We're all bad for it. We all get on Discord and be like, "Fuck it, we're buying some crates," and then you
Okay,
sit there. It's
Drop
like
some crates, lads.
it's like opening Pokemon cards. You just go, and it goes down like a slot machine. You go, Tom, that we know, our
Yeah.
boy Tom,
Yeah.
he got a really rare knife that was worth. I want
What's
to
the
say,
what's the reaction like in Discord when this comes out? Is it? Are you
Oh,
watching?
wild.
Are you watching everyone do it? He's
Yeah.
got, hey boys, got the can.
There's-
Are you all
there's-
cracking beers?
There's
And you're like,
YouTube
right, let's do the
channels.
cans. Come
There's
on, here we
YouTube
go.
channels dedicated to this shit.
Knife.
He popped out a knife that was worth alone probably about 300 to 400 quid mark.
Is he selling that straight away then?
What he did was
Steam money.
in Steam, he was like, I don't really want to sell this as Steam money. You can use these websites.
Like the
Where-
dark web.
No, they just exist where the website acts as a middleman. But like, hey, PayPal me 400 quid.
Yeah.
This guy's going to buy this knife off you.
Meet me on the corner in CS.
Exactly. It's
Buy
like the
boots.
internet. You know what I mean? So Tom was like, I'm going to fucking do this.
Yeah.
He got scammed.
Oh shit.
He gave away his knife. The bloke did the trade and he didn't get any money for it. And if I text him,
How
it'd
did
be
how did he?
gutted.
So what? Like do they meet in the game?
No. You just do it like it's an account thing.
Oh,
So you could send it. Give me your account name. I will send over the gift.
he got
in
mugged.
Steam.
He got cyber mugged.
He got fucking cyber mugged. Yeah.
Jesus
And there's
Christ.
nothing you can do about it because it's like not. It's illegal to do that anyway. You're not really meant to sell. Well, I don't think
And
it's
Steam were like,
illegal.
well, if you'd done it within Steam, you'd have the money in your Steam account.
Exactly. This is
But
where
now you
Steam
don't.
now make money because it's all in their ecosystem. It's
Oh my
scammy.
God. Honestly, man, it's so
It's bad.
the whole world is fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Everyone's
It's all about money.
anyone that's got the money is like, oh no, but I'm keeping the money in my account.
Yeah, that's what it's all revolves around. But
Yeah.
it's like,
Put your money under your mattresses. Play games that are on disc or on cartridge.
that's another thing about the Switch too.
What?
No more cartridges.
Were they on cartridges before? I thought it was all
still
online.
The little things, but now
No cartridges.
Oh, do you want? By the way, do you want like Breath of the Wild?
I don't know what Breath of the Wild sounds like.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is a great Nintendo Switch game.
Okay.
They just brought out a new version, which is the same game just with 30 more FPS.
Breath of the Wild sounds like you're sucking a fart out of an arse.
Oh yeah, you are.
Link.
They're selling you the same game just with a little bit more frames for like 60 quid.
No, absolutely not.
It's just like fucking hell, man. You don't even own the cartridge. You're like,
yeah.
Don't even own the game.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
The ninjas from Nintendo could come round at any time to reclaim your cartridge.
Yep.
You just never know.
It's fucked. Like,
is this going to be the downfall of Nintendo?
No.
Are you sure?
Because
at some point, a gamer's going to revolt against gaming.
Because do you know
nobody's standing up and saying anything about this? Why not?
Gamers are shit.
Because they're meek and they're cooks and they're just like, just don't take my gaming away from me.
My friend Jim, and he won't mind me saying this.
Yeah.
He said if GTA comes out and it's like a subscription service, because I'm fucking paying it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
He
said if that game comes out 100 quid, I'm going to pay 100 quid. Because
he's a cuckold for fucking Rockstar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's how good the game is.
Me, daddy. Like that. Is it though?
I mean, I can't talk because I'm going to get the game for free. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to pay you to play. In fact, Leanne's going to sit in the corner. She's like a cuckold to you.
Oh, she's buying a PlayStation and everything. I'm so lucky.
David, I don't want to play. I just want to watch.
Imagine this. And this is a meme, by the way.
Yeah.
It's next year, isn't it? Is it the Euros next year or the World Cup?
It's the World Cup.
I think GTA drops around the same time as the World Cup.
Oh.
So imagine you're watching the World Cup, you're having the beers, England's just fucking got through to the semi-finals. You're like,
yeah.
do you know what I'm going to do?
That's
fucking going to boot up GTA 6.
It's coming home. It's coming.
There's going to be a sick summer if we get to it and we don't bomb each other.
Yeah. If we're still alive next summer, it could be really good for gamers and football fans. Yeah. If you're not gaming, you're watching the footy, aren't you? So,
but just to wrap this like music and gaming talk, I prefer that more the gatekeepers have they've dropped the guard.
I think it's good.
I think more music is just net good though. I know what you're saying. A lot of shit and tack can get
I agree.
through,
I think,
but also a lot of stuff can get through.
I was definitely part of the gang. In fact, I still am part of the gang that I think that limiting stuff and like blocking things from being made is bad, because overall more people deserve the opportunity to get their art and their games and their music and stuff out there. But I think also what we need to do, I think, to sort of just to scroll through the mire of the stuff, because there's so much of it now, it's hard. And I feel like you need people that are actually forming teams, and you have like your tastemakers. So a good tastemaker example for me within the music world would be like XL Recordings. Because
You're on about record labels, essentially.
But the guy who owned XL Recordings, it's like an independent label. I guess it might have been funded by major label music, but like all the stuff that's put out on it was sort of handpicked by him to fit within like a certain sound. So everything that's ever been released on XL Recordings, generally speaking, 90% of it, I rate and I like it, because I like the guy. What's his name? That fucking runs it. I've got his book, Richard something. Sorry, my brain's gone. But I like his taste, so I trust his taste. So therefore, like, if there's a tastemaker that I think has taste that I like, I would trust them. So if there was somebody that was rating bands and be like, oh, I like this band, so I'm like, oh, if that person likes that band,
yes,
then it's likely that I will like them. And there must be that equivalent for gaming, for films, for all that sort of stuff.
There's a guy called Carnage. He's kind of just a chill guy.
Yeah.
And he gives this honest opinion about games. And if he says the game's good, and he's like really...
Yeah.
There's a new game coming out called Ark Raiders, like the back end of this year.
Yeah.
And I've been looking at it, and he's like, this game is just the bollocks.
Can I ask a question? What's the weirdest thing you can buy in Fortnite?
I don't know. I'm out of the game with Fortnite. But like Fortnite
Can you buy stupid stuff? Like, could you buy like a Manscaped shaver? Because is that the next thing? Like Manscaped ads within games
no,
like Fortnite.
because like Fortnite's kind of still a little bit more for kids. But like the thing is with Fortnite, there's so many crossovers now. So that when you boot in, you got
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z characters and John Wick, and you're like, what even
Yeah.
is this? You'd like
But
to see-
then surely those people like John Wick and Dragon Ball Z are getting paid off that.
yeah, bank. Yeah,
So like
absolutely.
then at some point it's conceivable within the game that John Wick's going to go
Do you wanna-
John Wick's going to go to a vending machine and buy a nice refreshing.
Do you want to
can
know
of
what's a
Coke.
cool thing about? And you're gonna be like, what?
Yeah.
So Fortnite has got so big, and it carries. It's one of the most successful games. Along
How
with,
many people estimated are we looking at playing Fortnite right now? Should we Google it
I think it's like I want to say 60 million.
at any one time?
A concurrent player base at any one time. Let's go with 4 mil. 5. It probably even is more than that. Say Fortnite concurrent player base, and I'll tell you something like cool about Fortnite while you're.
Yeah, go on.
So within Fortnite, because it becomes so big, you can build your own game within Fortnite.
Yeah.
There's now like a Fortnite like map and game creator,
Wow.
and if people play your game,
You get paid.
you get paid for it.
Right.
Which is wild. Like they've built like an ecosystem where it's like, hey, you could be part of the program now. Where
Yeah.
if you create, I don't know, because I think I told you this, but I tried to make a Noughts and Crosses Fortnite game.
Yeah.
No, it's Roblox. Sorry,
Roblox.
and Roblox do the same thing.
Yeah.
It was fucking so hard.
Wow.
And there's a documentary about Roblox billionaires,
Yeah.
and they're 18.
Roblox billionaires. Sorry. Not
Probably
mi-
millionaires. Probably
Okay.
millionaires. And they live in like this guy went to go meet them. There's 3 kids. And
Yeah.
They're all 18. They live in this penthouse in fucking New York, and they're fucking geeky.
What?
One has like a hunchback. He's like, meh. And he and he's a documentarian, and he goes, he's like, I don't even know. I've met these guys on the phone. I don't even know they're gonna meet me. And he goes up to he goes, this is a penthouse in New York. And he goes up, and it's just 3 geeky lads going, yeah, this is where we work, and this is where we make our Roblox game. And they're not even part of like the Roblox company. They're just kids that got really geeky and into Roblox and was like, we can now create a game in Roblox.
They just
Loads of people
understand.
played
They
it.
understand the community of Roblox.
And they understand
stuff.
it. They monetize it, and it's fucking wild.
Right. Stats, by the way, quickly, just coming in.
Of Fortnite.
Just to go for Fortnite. Go back to Fortnite.
Concurrent.
Fortnite maintains a large player base with concurrent player counts fluctuating, but typically ranging between 1 and 3.5 million players at any given time. The game saw a record 44.7 million players on a single day during the OG 2023 season, with a peak concurrent user count of 14,343,880 players.
Jesus.
That's according to Lago Fast. So I don't know how reliable that is, but an average of 1 to 3.5 million players at any given time. So I think, right, just asking you just one final thing before we fucking end this episode. How far off do you think we are from like games like Fortnite, literally having characters like John Wick go up to a vending machine, buy a can of Coke, pay for it, a virtual can of Coke, and then their John Wick character stands there in the game, drinks a can of Coke that you've paid for, and then carries on with the game? Because that kind of advertising probably isn't that far off, is it?
Where they just drink and it doesn't do anything.
Like in the game, it's like, oh,
Does it not give you anything?
Do you want John Wick to drink a Coke?
You pay £1 or something for him
Well,
to do
maybe
it?
not a quid. I don't know. How much would you pay? 10.
I won't pay any to do that. That doesn't give me literally anything. No.
Well, maybe
A skin in a game. I've bought
about-
many skins.
What about if Coke just be like, oh yeah, do you want a can of Coke? You
you can
get
hold?
You get it for free. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
hold
no-
it. Yeah.
You for sure they're gonna do.
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
So that's probably not that far off.
No, probably not.
What are we
But,
putting? What are we putting in Fortnite then? Pot noodle machine.
Honestly, it'd be my dream to get like a skin in a game, like League of Legends. If I had like
Yeah.
a skin that was dedicated, because what they do at Worlds is like the best players get their own skins in the game,
Oh yeah.
and it's fucking fire. I'm
Do you like
"Oh."
that? Do you know that expression? Have you got some skin in the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say, by the way,
Yeah.
because I've gone on Steam charts, and it shows you what is currently being played the most,
Mm-hmm.
and it is Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike is more popular than Fortnite.
We don't know because Fortnite's not a part of Steam.
Right.
But on Steam, which is the biggest fucking platform for gaming, is Counter-Strike 2 with currently right now 1.169 million, and that is mostly Russians.
Just.
Oh,
Well, I think also we've said on this podcast before, Russia are training for the war using Counter-Strike.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And Softy's probably... Softy's insane at...
Softy's probably in there intercepting. Is he learning Russian through Counter-Strike? Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, number 5, the game I'm obsessed
even
with at the
allegedly,
minute.
yeah, that's true.
142,000 currently, which is Dune Awakening, sitting at number 5, which I'm currently obsessed with.
Yeah, you're going back for that one, aren't you? I thought you said June was shit. June Awakening.
Oh, did we say a long time ago we saw it and they dropped the bollock? Yeah, I absolutely said this.
So June Awakening you said was shit.
Yep, it looked terrible and the gameplay looked terrible. We played it.
Yeah.
Fucking banging.
Got bricked up.
Bricked up. Mate, it's so good. It's actually, they've done...
in the Jones with David Ford.
We did a 180 on it. We completely, all of us was like, insane game.
Yeah. And you're willing to admit you were wrong on this
Yeah,
podcast.
1,000,000%. Yeah.
So, previous listeners to previous episode, if you are still here, June 2 is in fact fire.
Dune 2 Awakening.
Yeah, June 2 Awakening. Dave Vaughan's turned his opinions upside down. It's completely flim-flam, flip-flopped on that one. Anything else? Any other business? Come and see us live. We'll be doing it for free on July the 6th in Sheffield at Lear's Yard between the hours of 11 a.m. and 5 p.m.
What do you
July
think
the
about
6th.
that email I asked you about as well?
I think it's a good idea, but I think also we'd probably be able to add to the link tree like a direct link to our actual email, so that'd probably be easier for listeners.
Let's just be, I think, honestly, we should have an email that's really easy to remember. Because people then clicking on a link to go on another link, I just don't think it's going to happen.
Depressed CEOs podcast at gmail.com is our email address if you want to write in.
We're going to get a better one.
Dave
than
wants to create a shorter one.
honestly, who's typing in depressed CEOs podcast? That's such a mouthful.
At gmail.com.
I'm gonna look into it and making DCEO pod.
I think if people really want to contact us, they'll send us an email. Send us an email to prove us wrong.
Go on.
If not, we'll circle back next week anyway, regardless. It's been a pleasure listening.
And that email is depressed CEOs podcast
At gmail.com.
gmail.com. Go on. If you fancy typing that long, lengthy word in.
Depressed CEOs podcast at gmail.com. I'll drop the link in our Instagram stories and I'll put it on our link tree. If you get in contact with us, then I'll know you've got through. If not, you've not been listening and you've not got this far.
This is the thing. We've got listeners. Just contact us.
know-
Mate. Kiss us on the neck.
Yeah, kiss my neck. Kiss my neck. Right, is that
Stop being little creepy voyeurs.
it? No, don't. Don't
All right.
stop. Don't stop. I like it.
All right, circle back next week. Love you. Bye.
I like you watching.
Bye.